Hey guys, this is Stuart. Thanks for coming through to check out this video. I'm coming to you from somewhere in the Mediterranean Ocean. I'm in Italy right now, and I thought I'd shoot a quick video because I want to share something with you which I think you might appreciate. And it was something that I started doing about 3 years ago. Now, what I'm going to be talking about is creating a bucket list. We've all heard of them. Maybe you've already got one. If you have, fantastic. But for me, it was always a term that I used. I'd always say something like that's something for the bucket list, but I didn't actually physically have one. Nowadays, I actually have over 600 items on my bucket list. And this past week, I've done 2 things. I've managed to tick 2 things off of the bucket list. One of those things was to drive the Amalfi Coast. If you look to the right-hand side now, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the road or not. Probably not. But this is the Amalfi Coast. Obviously, I'm on a yacht right now, or a boat right now. And it was something that I spent the day doing yesterday, driving the Amalfi Coast, and it was absolutely fantastic. A few days ago I spent a day on Capri, another thing that was on my bucket list. And up until about 3 years ago, like I said, I never really had a bucket list to say. I always made a mental note of things that I'd like to do. And the reason that I started this bucket list is because a friend of mine said, any time that he's unsure of what to do, any times that he feels bored, he would look at his bucket list and strike something else off. And it doesn't have to be drive the Amalfi Coast or spend a day on a magical island. Many things on my bucket list are very small, like eat at a certain restaurant, do a certain thing, like maybe spend the day in learning to ski, or spending the day learning how to snowboard. And every time I have an idea, drive past something, a friend mentions something, see something online, read something in the paper, I think that'd be cool, I whack it onto the bucket list. And what I actually have is I have an iPhone app. You just need to search on your iPhone bucket list on the App Store, and there's a few different apps. And one of the great things about doing it that way is you can actually, on many of the apps, see what other people have on their bucket list. And it was about maybe a year ago now that I was scrolling through and I saw somebody had put spend a day on Capri and spend a day driving the Amalfi Coast. So I went onto Google, looked up the Capri, looked up the Amalfi Coast. Of course I'd heard of it, and it looked awesome. So it's something that went on there, and this past week I've managed to strike those 2 things off. 2 of the more exciting things, I suppose, that are on that list of over 600 things. So anyway, the reason that I'm shooting this video is because I want to encourage you, if you don't actually have a physical bucket list, whether that be on your iPhone or your smartphone, or actually physically written down, I highly recommend you do it. One, it will keep you extremely motivated, because I find that when I write things down that get me excited, that I'm pumped up about, it just puts me in a great frame of mind. And the other reason being is you'll never have an excuse to say, what should we do this weekend, or what should we do next month, or what should we look forward to next, because you've just always got a list of things to work towards. And for me, it's one of the best tips that a friend of mine gave me 3 years ago. In other words, pull my finger out and actually create a real bucket list. And I thought, what, I'll shoot a quick video, tell you guys about it, and for those of you who aren't currently, keeping track of the things that you want to do, for those of you who find yourself sometimes saying, I'm bored, what should we do this weekend, or what should we do next month, then it's a great way of actually keeping you focused on doing things that are exciting. After all, that's why we're all creating our digital life, isn't it? We want to live life to its fullest, and hopefully you've taken something away from this. And I'd love to hear below this video, if you're watching it on YouTube, some of the things that are on your bucket list. I'm always looking for ideas for myself. So guys, thanks very much for coming through to check out this video, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care.